Welcome to the Mesonet Weather Report. I'm Wes Lee. Last week was one of our first encounters of the year with severe weather, where we saw a few small tornadoes and some moderate-sized hail. The good news is some much-needed rainfall came along with it, especially in the Northeast. This rain mainly fell on Monday evening and dropped from 1/2 to 2 inches in much of the Northeast. In other parts of the state, the rain totals were more from a trace to 1/2 an inch. This helped shallow soil moisture conditions, as you can see from this 4-inch fractional water index map from Tuesday. Fractional water index is a scale of 0 to 1, where 0 is as dry and 1 is as wet as the sensor can read. A year ago, we were in quite a bit worse shape than we are now, with large areas of yellows and browns in the west. Looking down to our deepest sensor, we can see where Cimarron and Texas counties have been dry for quite a long time now. But it is still a better picture than we were a year ago, when zeros and 0.1s were common across much of the west. Maybe a promising forecast next week will be the start of a wetter spring pattern. Now here's Gary with a longer-term look at rainfall.
Well, thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, we're in a more active weather pattern. We had 6 tornadoes over the last week. We also got some rain, which sort of goes hand in hand in springtime in Oklahoma. Did it impact the drought picture? Let's take a look. Well, unfortunately, we have a lot more of that yellow color across western and northern Oklahoma. We basically filled in a lot of the holes along our border regions with Texas and Kansas. So even though we did get some rainfall, those areas of abnormally dry conditions are headed towards drought without a little bit more moisture. So those rains did reset some of the areas on this map. The consecutive days with less than 1/4 inch of rainfall up in far northwest Oklahoma. We had areas that had gone over 100 days without at least 1/4 inch of rain. Now we're down into the single digits again, but still too many areas are left from 60 to 85, even greater days without at least 1/4 inch of rain. So flash drought continues across northern and western Oklahoma, unfortunately. Take a look at that 30-day rainfall map from the Mesonet. Again, much of that northwestern corner in the blue, that means less than 1 inch of rainfall generally. So those are the areas where the rainfall is not enough to outstrip the vegetation waking up, needing moisture. The temperature is going up, evaporating that moisture. So again, we need more moisture to overtake that flash drought. Those areas show up a little bit better on the percent of normal rainfall map from the last 30 days. According to the Mesonet, all those reds and oranges out across northern and western Oklahoma, that's prime flash drought territory, just simply not getting enough of that moisture to alleviate the growing dry conditions. Take a look at the maps from our friends at the Climate Prediction Center, the outlooks for April. We do see increased odds of above normal precipitation across the main body of the state, but especially the eastern 2/3 of the state. The Panhandle, at least it's equal chances and not below normal precipitation expected. So good news on this front. Hopefully we get that in the next couple of weeks. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.